you, never going to happen. No. But I'll tell you what I will do. Look, about a month ago, I issued forth the order to the Minister for the Interior and his department head capacity to instruct admissions to let it be known. Based on the analysis that we have, we don't ever see from their foreign venue commodities and their foreign venue quote-unquote currency games that they're playing. We don't see the fallacy, the farce of the currency nonsense slowing down, which is a fancy way of saying the quote-unquote gold price is never going to be under 900 US again. I'm not going to see that. I'd be surprised if you do. That said, we had saw where things were going to be, and I said, well, look, we will make the amalgamation fee available in half-ounce installments. I started to go quarter at the time, but I said, no, not yet. It wasn't time. And we still haven't done that, but I'll tell you what, it most certainly is not off the table. In fact, I'd be surprised if we don't go ahead and do that probably by Moor's reemergence day, which is basically less than a month away. What I know for certain is hyperinflation is, as we discussed, basically knocking down folks' door. It's coming. So our folks are going to eat. We're going to be all right. What I'm looking to do is, as they say, is gather as many folks as possible that will come into the our family fold for the right reason, with the right mindset. So we will facilitate making it easier for them to do that. The half-ounce installment, which we have right now, is much more workable, but the quarter-ounce installment will be even more workable. My best guess, playing the currency nonsense, has got to be around 250-ish, 270-ish, somewhere in there for a quarter ounce, as opposed to the 490 to 505-ish for the half ounce, and darn near 960 for an ounce is what it is, my guess. All that being said, for now we'll maintain the half ounce installments, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go to quarter ounce. Haven't rendered my decision on that yet. I'm actually waiting for analysis from Treasury and Budget, from admissions, as well as from the Minister for the Interior. And after I hear all their points of view, I will sit down with the Grand Ambassador and take her counsel. And after that, well, we'll see. But I do know this much. If I do choose to do that, it will be to give as many folks who are serious, that want to do some work and are serious about survival on our own terms and making sure that the integrity of what we as a culture have maintains on our own terms, well, I'm going to give them the opportunity to bring their talents and skills in here, and we will train them, and they will deploy their talents and skills in the various departments and sub-departments that we have, so that all of us not only survive, but we win. And we'll see where the egos are. We'll see where those who are serious are. And those who have the smarts, when they come into this venue with those talents and skills, we're going to have management spots that have to be filled in certain areas and certain departments, and supervision slots that have to be filled, a lot of them. And so the early bird, as they say, always catches the worm. And we will see where folks are at. And folks you know, and folks that you know, you've given folks flyer packs, and we give thanks. You've come back and you've talked to us about a couple of folks, and we give thanks. Well, now I say go back to them and talk to them and say, listen, it's going to be a little easier to get in terms of the financial aspect. Now, in terms of whether or not you can meet the background screening, if you can get past the screening on the front end, you just might find yourself in this venue. We will be able to, because of all the additional hands that we have available to work with, we'll get more folks trained. We'll be able to provide more services on our own terms. So between us having the substance to work with and the trained folks to work with, we'll be able to make sure more of our folks, more of the Ummah survives this thing on our own terms. Making sure that we can take care of all the subtleties and intricacies, the details, and through proper process, protocols, and procedures. And before you know it, we will be able to show the folks who make that step evidence that they have made the right move. Because the day is coming, I mean soon, where folks is going to be like, what was I thinking? You know, I heard about this, heard about that, read about this, read about that, and I didn't make no moves. I was faking the funk. Well, my folks, you know, y'all are new. My folks will tell you, I'm a firm believer in the mighty words of my man George Clinton. And so, I quote him, and I get quoted a lot by my folks from GIA, and also the protocol staff, especially GIA though. And George Clinton, in his awesome wisdom, made the statement, "Fake the funk and your nose will grow." That's darn near the official mantra, the official motto of the Joint Information Agency. Basically letting it be known, fake the funk and your nose will grow. I'm laughing, but this is some serious stuff that we're dealing with. You know, folks want to continue with the madness, I say let them. But for those who are looking for a viable option, and they were saying, I like the Amexem-Moor-Empire, but it's expensive to get in. Well, a quarter ounce of gold, look, is about as far as we can actually go with that in terms of installments. And it'll take longer, but that's fine. We'll be putting more things in place for food growth operations and health operations, and to secure all of the things that we need to do for services that our folks need from the imperial government to make sure our folks survive. And so, folks get out of us what they put in. And I'm not just talking about finance, I'm talking about where they are in their brain. When they report for their training operations classes, when they report for their basic training regimen classes, when they come to the budget screenings and we break down what's happening during the fiscal budget process, when they come in and check us out in terms of the briefings, and as we gather, we get ready to gather for Muslim Murders Day in less than a month. When folks come and they gather and see how we do as family, when we get together on family days and do the things that we do, when we get into all the things that take care of social fabric in support of what we do for diplomacy and governance, and what we do in terms of macro and microeconomics for business purposes, but within the rigors of the Amexem-Moor-Empire Constitution. Now, this is what we refer to as a viable option. We do this now. But imagine what we could do at a larger scale. But I just ask y'all folks to keep doing what you do. Because at least you're doing things from a well-informed position. There are a lot of folks that have information and they are not acting upon it for whatever the reason may be. And then there are those who are straight up hustlers. They are straight up pimps, straight up pirates and pimpettes. And basically, they're doing our folks ugly. They're like, just doing, and these are folks who are supposed to know better. Folks who are supposed to have enlightenment. And they use our folks to, that they feed off of our folks' suffering. And basically, the time is going to come when not only are those cars going to get pulled, those folks don't have to answer for that. I'm not saying they got to answer from me. I'm not saying they got to answer from the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial Government. But what I do know is, you can't do dirt like that. You just can't. You do dirt like that, it's coming for you. That thing called karma is nobody's joke. And pain. Beatdown from a parent is one thing. Universal beatdown? Oh man. I wouldn't wish universal beatdown on nobody. Because when a parent gives you a beatdown, it just stings a while. It gets your undivided attention and you don't forget it. But a universal beatdown? Oh no. And it's coming.